Good day everyone, you're welcome to Card Baron. So today I'll be showing you guys how to use the user interface and how to play with your lines and cycles and to see how I can be able to do a simple sketch. For this particular work I'll be using a front plane. This is a front plane sketch. We have different types of line. We have this normal line, we have a center line, we have a midpoint line. I'll also be showing you the different functions. If I use a line like this now, I can produce something like this. As you can see now. Just like that. Then when I'm done, I tap escape on my keyboard. Then if I want to do something like this is a center line. I click like a construction line. I'm done. Then when I use this particular line, as you can see, midpoint line, it's from the center. Now I'm done with all this. I want to start my sketch. I just click on Ctrl A, like highlight all, then I delete. I just tap my delete key. I want to make use of a center line. Center line. I come to the origin. Okay. A midpoint line. I use a midpoint line. I click on the origin. I expand. Sometimes it might be slanted like this. It might be slanted. So I just click here and I click make horizontal. When I have something like this, since I don't want to be using it, all I have to do, I'll make it a construction line. I'll make it a construction line. Why? Because I want to mirror whatever I've done. So I'll click here on the line and I click on construction. So I'll come to this part now, click on line. Just something like this. Just using my lines, I'm playing with the lines. I come to this line again. I get something like this. I normally say what one line can do for you. You don't have to use 2 or 3 lines to do it. Come to this line again. I give it space. Sorry, I didn't project what I'm doing exactly. Hopefully next time I'll do it. I'll just stop here. Now I want to show you guys also how to use your. Will I use spline or a 3-point arc? Let me use a spline. I click here, I click here, and I click here. I tap escape. I'll see how I can be able to adjust it, just like what I'm doing now. It must not be perfect. It must not be perfect. I've been able to achieve this. The next thing I'll do, I'll come to cycle. I come here, I expand. I come to this point, I expand. I've been able to get this. Now I want to create a relation. I click here, I hold my control on my keyboard, I move to this point, still holding my control, and I make it horizontal. So they are both on the same horizontal plane. So if I adjust one, I'm adjusting the other one. So I have something like this. Now what's the next thing I want to do? I've been able to achieve something like this now, as you can see. I want to see if I can dimension it. So I'll click on smart dimension. From this point, I zoom in from this point here to this point, to this line. I'll make it 157. 157. Now the next thing, I want to dimension from this point here to this point. I want to dimension 79, 79. I should be able to have something like this. Now I've been able to do this particular job. The next thing I'll do, I want to fillet. I want to do a fillet. I'll click on this fillet sketch. I'll just come here, I'll zoom in, I click on this point. I'll have something like this. I think it's 10. I'll make it 10 and I'll check. Now I do not want to produce this same thing that I've done here again. So all I have to do is to mirror. I'm going to mirror it to another place. So I'll click on mirror entity. I'll highlight all. I just click somewhere how to highlight, just like a document. I'll click mirror about and I'll click here. As you can see, I go over it again. I'll highlight all. Click on mirror entity. I click mirror about and I click here. So after doing that, the next thing I'll do is to see how I can create the connection. To see how I can create the connection between the two of them. So all I have to do is click on my line, I zoom in, I click here, and I click here, tap my escape, I go to line again, I click here, and I click here. So I've been able to produce this now. Now, all I need to do is start to dimension. I can also continue my fillet from here, 1, and do here 2. Check. I have something like this. Now I want to dimension. I go to smart dimension. From here to here, I'll dimension it 135. I have something like that. Since it's a mirror entity, whatever I do at the bottom will affect at the top also. Here now, this particular dimension, I can make it 6. 6. What next? Then now the line, this line, I just need to click here and dimension it 36. I have something like this now. Then the distance from here to here, I'll dimension it 13. Then the distance from this cycle 1 to this cycle, I'll dimension it 84. What else? I still have another distance again. From this one to this, I'll dimension it 30. Then another dimension just from here, I click here, 1 to here, dimension it 72. Then if I still want to dimension from here to here, I dimension it 98. And from here 1 to here, I want to dimension it. I can't dimension it because I've already created a relationship between here and here, like horizontal. So what else? Then the cycle, I'll dimension it 13. So I've been able to produce something like this. I click on check, then I go to features, extrude boss, have something like this. So you can see this now. See what I was able to produce. I've been able to produce something like this. That's the end of today's class. Please like and